everyone, my name's Amanda and I don't really know why I'm filming this. I mean, I've always wanted to have a beauty YouTube channel for like 8 years and I've just never really had the guts to do anything with it. Even though I love makeup and I love talking about makeup and skincare, so I'm in quarantine right now, so I figured might as well. So I'm just gonna do my makeup, and that's pretty much it. And if you're watching this, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So I already have a clean face and I put on my skincare. I'm dealing with a little bit of contact dermatitis from a sleeping mask that I used. So that's not super fun, but it's fine. We're gonna get through it. So I'm starting off with the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. My friend gave this to me for my birthday and I've really enjoyed it. It makes your skin so nice and glowy, and I feel like it really makes your foundation lay nice over top. So I'm just putting that on the outside of my face, outside of the perimeter of my face. And then I'm using this mini Tatcha liquid silk canvas in my T-zone. I just use a little bit because it is quite drying, but also a little goes a long way, so I feel like I don't need to use too much. Also, my hair is in rollers because I decided to curl my hair today because, like I said, why not, right? So yeah, my face is primed. I usually would prime my eyes with an eye primer, but today I'm just going to use concealer because I'm lazy. But I have my lovely makeup bag here. This is from Stony Clover Lane, one of my absolute favorite brands. It says glam on it. It's like a silvery metallic bag and it actually holds so much. Half of the stuff is already out, but this is what I have in there right now. But whenever I travel, I always bring this. It surprisingly holds a lot more than you think it would. So yeah, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation just a little bit since I'm breaking out. I feel like this has pretty full coverage, and then I'm going to be going over top with the MakeUpForEver Reboot Foundation. This is a new favorite. It's so good. I feel like it wears really well on the skin too. So also, I'm using my iPhone to film this, so I'm very sorry if I don't look at the camera, the actual camera, as much as I should, because I'm sitting in front of my window in natural light right now, which, if the lighting changes, I'm sorry. This is what we're working with right now because I am confined to my room, so that's just, that's what we're doing. So, just blending everything in. Okay, now my foundation is blended in. If you see me looking in a mirror, I'm holding my palette because it has a nice mirror in it, and I don't have a mirror obviously with me that's big enough to fit behind here. So if I look this way, that's what I'm looking at. But I really like this palette too. It's from Salt, New York, and it's vegan leather. I always bring this when I travel as well. Fits a lot of eyeshadows. These are just all single eyeshadows, mainly Sydney Grace, Makeup Geek, and I think a couple GiveMeGlow cosmetics. I think that's what these are. But yeah, I love this, bring it everywhere. So now I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using the Dior Forever concealer. I just recently got this because I heard good things about it from a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, and I'm obsessed. It is very expensive for concealer, considering I've been using the e.l.f. concealer for a very long time, but I used Tarte Shape Tape and then I went to e.l.f. and now I'm back to more high-end concealer because I was curious and it really is so good. So I'm gonna blend that in with my little sponge. And I always put that over my eyelid too, just to help prime my eyes for eyeshadow. I'm also using the Collection concealer just on these really stubborn spots because this has more full coverage. And usually I would use, sorry if the light's changing, I live in Florida. There's always clouds somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't rain later, but anyways, I'll just try to do this as fast as I can. So like I said, I'm using the Collection concealer. This has way more full coverage, and I like the way it dries just a little bit better. I love the Dior concealer for my under eyes, but the shade's a little bit light for covering spots, so use the Collection one. And now I'm gonna do liquid contour using the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand in the shade Fair Medium. This is literally so good. I've gotten many a friend caught onto this because it is seriously that good. Just put a little bit under my chin, on my nose, a little down the side of my nose. I don't contour my nose too much, but I do like that this gives a little bit of warmth. So then I'm just gonna blend this in. I might have added a little bit too much, but the good thing about this is it literally blends so seamlessly. Like, what? Oh my gosh. It's so good. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. It is a little bit expensive for how much product you get, but I have found that this has lasted me a really long time, so I'm happy with this purchase and will forever buy it. Please don't discontinue at Charlotte Tilbury. Please, please, please. I feel that cream contour can be pretty intimidating, at least for me. But this is the first cream contour product I've ever used where it just is so seamless and blends like a dream. And if you add too much, you just keep blending and it just looks so nice. So I'm gonna blend my nose contour and I'll be right back. Okay, everything's all blended in for the most part. And I'm gonna use cream blush today because I'm having a moment with this where I wear it every single day because it has amazing lasting power, looks nice, it's a great neutral pinky tone color, and yeah, it's from Tower 28. It is the shade Magic Hour. It's just so beautiful. So I just dip in a little bit with my finger, apply it onto my cheeks, and usually I just blend it with my finger. I just feel like the warmth of your finger really makes it melt into the skin. This light is probably not doing too much for this, but it really blends so easily. Like even in my mirror, it's already so blended. Let's do it a little bit more on this side. And I always add a tiny little bit to my nose. Just because I like that little like kind of sun-kissed look. And then I go over it again with my sponge just to make sure everything's blended. Check in here. Yeah. I might add a tiny bit more concealer. Just a tiny bit more concealer because I'm tired. And then I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me Powder to set. And I just use my damp sponge to set under my eyes and down the side of my nose. I also set my chin and my forehead because I do sometimes get pretty oily throughout the day. I wouldn't say my skin is oily. I have pretty normal skin, but just to prevent any creasing. I also don't put too much makeup here because I have very deep smile lines and it literally drives me bonkers when makeup settles into there, so I just don't put a lot there just to avoid it. But anyways, I'm gonna go into eyeshadow now because it's already been prepped with concealer, a little bit of concealer. So I'm gonna go in like this, and I'm using this neutral brown. I can put the shade names in the description box if I ever upload this, which honestly, who knows? But this is probably one of my favorite shades of brown. I feel like it's just very neutral. So I'm just building that color up. I actually used these three, this one, and this one. I just kind of mix a little bit. This is a little bit warmer tone. I just add it for a little bit of depth, but this is usually what I wear every single day. Sorry I'm an amateur, but it is what it is. I just like talking about makeup and skincare, and I always tell my friends about all sorts of new skincare products and makeup products, and they're probably like, yes, Amanda, we know. So I figured I would just film myself so that I don't annoy people by always telling them what I am using and what I buy. But I do think I have pretty good recommendations. What's that? I'm just using that first original brown shade under my eyes. There's a nice seamless blend. And then I'm going to find another brush. I'm using a Refer 21 brush, and I'm taking this like icy white shade, and these are pigmented, so I'm just using a little. And I'm just applying that over the eyelid. This is a pretty simple look, nothing fancy. These eyeshadows are literally so shimmery, I can't even handle it. So pretty. And that's only like a very light wash. But now I'm going to find another tiny brush. Also, the majority of the brushes I'm using are Refer, Hakuhodo, and Smith. These are Hakuhodo. These are my teeny tiny brushes, and I love them. I got them in Japan. I lived in Japan for a year. It was amazing. I miss it every single day. I wish I could go back, but I can't really go back right now. I'm currently in school, so I kind of am stuck stateside until that is done. But anyways, I'm now using these two darker shades mixed together on the outer third, right by my lash line, just to give a little bit more depth. And to help blend that silvery white color just a little bit more. I'm also going to add that underneath my eyes. And now I'm using this teeny tiny Hakuhodo pencil brush, and I'm going to take that same white shade. It's like a pearl shade, and I'm going to add that to my inner corner. I also added a little bit up there because, like I said, my eyes are put hooded, so when I look straight forward, sometimes that part is hidden. So I like highlighting it just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go in with literally my favorite product of all time, which is the Bodyography glitter pigments. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I pretty much wear them every single time I put an eyeshadow on just because they are that pretty. This is the shade Halo. It's pretty much a strict silver. I can do a little swatch. Oh my gosh. It's truly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that to my actual lid space. Oh my gosh. Just adding that to my lid space, and then I'm going to take that same tiny brush that has the darker shades on it and blend that out a little more. Just on the outer corners. But anyways, that is the eyeshadow pretty much done. I'm gonna go do liquid liner and I will be right back. My eyeliner is done. My leg is asleep. I'm sitting cross-legged on my floor. And I use the EmCosmetics liquid liner. This is one of the best liquid liners I've ever used. It's so perfect. It has the brush tip, which I think makes it really easy for drawing on a wing. I just did a teeny tiny wing, which you can't really tell because my eyes, the way my eyes are hooded, you can't really see it on camera. But anyways, I'm now gonna do my eyebrows and my mascara slash false lashes off camera because it will just be a hot mess if I try to do it on camera. But I'm using the NYX I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown and the EmCosmetics Brow Cream in the shade, where is the shade down here? Blonde. And then the lashes I'm using are, I want to say Kiss 11 lashes. Yes, the Kiss 11 lashes, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My lashes are on. I did mascara on my bottom eyelashes using the BambiEye mascara in waterproof. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Revlon Skin Lights. It's a bit of a shimmery bronzer, so I just kind of add it where I put my cream contour. Only a little bit, because otherwise I feel like it gets a little too carried away, and since there is shimmer in it, I try not to put it on any texture, aka my chin right now because of the contact dermatitis. And then after that, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more blush, and I'm using a blush from my palette. I'm trying to get it out to see what it is. This is Sydney Grace Ballet Slippers blush. And I'm using my Hakuhodo blush brush, which is truly the most beautiful brush I've ever had in my entire life, which I also got in Japan. I love Hakuhodo. So I just add a little bit on tops of my cheeks, blend into the bronzer, and then I will add highlight. And for highlights, I am using, ooh, I almost dropped it. For highlights, I'm using the Scott Barnes Glowy&Showy palette. It is just stunning, truly. And I'm going to use a little bit of Pink Crush and Candlelight mixed together. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just so pretty. And then I'm just going to use a tiny bit of Pink Crush on my finger. Only on the bridge of my nose right here. And literally the tiniest bit on the tip of my nose. And I'm just gonna blend it in with that same brush get it to mix with the blush and the bronzer. Give it a nice seamless look. Okay, now moving on to lips. We're almost done. So exciting. Okay, I'm gonna use the Essence Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner in the color Because Duh. That is the color. So I'm gonna line my lips. And I don't overline my lips too much. Do I want to use this color? Yeah. So I just kind of follow the natural shape of my lip, but try to make them look a little bit more even. And I just kind of rub my lips together to make it blend a little bit. And I'm now going to use, should I do a dark lip or a light lip? This is Christian Audette Mrs. Mistletoe, and I love this pink. But I also recently purchased my very first Lisa Eldridge lipstick. Her lipsticks are literally stunning. This is the shade Velvet Blush. And the reason I got this one is because she said she tried to match the color to like the rouge and lipstick colors in like art paintings, and I just love that, so I literally have to buy it. It's so beautiful. Maybe I'll do this one. I'll just dab it on a little. Literally the most beautiful lipstick I've ever seen in my life. I'm putting it back in its little box because it's new and I like keeping the boxes sometimes. And maybe I'll add a tiny bit of Mrs. Mistletoe in the middle. So, should I add a gloss? Nah. No gloss today. Just this. And I'm going to take my hair out of these pink curls because you're probably like, what the heck is going on with her hair? And I also am thinking that, so I'm going to take my curls out, change my shirt, and I'll be right back. And this is the finished look. If you watched this video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for getting all the way through to the end. I know it was a little bit of a hot mess. The lighting was kind of strange, and I'm just filming on my iPhone, but I am glad I did this, and hopefully this is the first of many YouTube videos. Who knows where this will go. Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you want to see more videos, let me know, please. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.